What's going on, everybody? It is player profile time, McDonald style. We're going to talk to some McDonald Blue Devils, and one that certainly I've had my eye on for a couple of years now. Now entering his junior year at McDonald, and a guy that can do a little bit of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Zajack. What's up, Drew? How are you, buddy?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm living the dream. You popped on here before we started this, and you made me nervous. You are known because you have the devilishly good looks, like Thor from the Avengers. But you scared me because it didn't look like you got a haircut, man. So, like, talk to me. Let's start there. The hair. It is what you're known for. Why is it so important to you? You said you'd never cut it. Why is that?
I feel like people just know me by it, really. I feel like, just a lot of people know me by it. I like it. To me, it's really not that big of a deal to like deal with, but, I take good care of it. At least I'd hope so. I think so. But,
Take good care. Is there
it's,
a lot of product that goes into that? I mean, is there a
I
lot of
use
time?
DJ, I use absolutely nothing in my hair.
Me either, buddy. Me
I use
either.
nothing.
I love it. This is a special year. Your junior year, you've been a standout. Excuse me, for as long as I can remember, on YSN, inside the locker room, at McDonald, in the community. Your parents, obviously, big time in the community. For you, why is it so special? As to call McDonald home.
Um, my dad's like family, they're all from here. They're all from McDonald's. So for me to go there and continue on the Zajack legacy, I guess you could say it's a big deal. So
Have things slowed down for you? I mean, you've been playing varsity since your freshman year, right? So it's like drinking water out of a fire hose, and then all of a sudden you're in your junior year. This is where you get noticed a lot, as I'm sure you know. And there's not all the pressure on it because it's not your senior year. But have things slowed down for you from year to year, and especially moving in a couple weeks into your senior football season?
oh yeah, definitely. They definitely have slowed down a whole lot. Freshman year, it was like coming at me way too fast, and then then at the end of the year it started to slow down more, and then sophomore year it slowed down even more, and then now it's just like I'm playing my own game, so it's really nice.
I'm sure Coach Williams is super excited to have a guy like you that he could put anywhere, do anything. A super athlete for all intents and purposes. What's your favorite part of being able to do a little bit of everything?
Really, just staying on the field. I love sports. I love football. So just being able to stay on the field, it's a big thing to me, and I love just playing. I've always been playing football. I love every single second of it. So definitely, it's awesome because I could just stay on the field.
You're a dual threat when you have the ball in your hands, especially with quarterback. You can run, you can throw, you can do a little bit of everything, as we already alluded to. Um, for you, is there a favorite part of what you do, and why is that?
Well, thankfully, Coach Williams he switched me over to running back this year, so
There we go.
it's awesome. I love running the ball. It's something that I've loved to do. Ever since I was younger, I've always just had like this niche just to run through people's faces. So it's always just a big thing for me, and I love doing it. So and
Run
obviously
through
me being bigger, so
run through people's faces. I like
yeah.
that one. Are there still plays in the playbook for you though to let loose if you have to?
We actually last game against Columbiana, there was a play that it what I was supposed to throw the ball, but they ran Casey Miller out in like a three route, so like an out, and I was supposed to roll out. Kyle pitched it to me, and I was supposed to throw it to Casey or Jordy. But the play didn't work out like that, so I went across the field again, pitched it to Kyle, and then Kyle threw it to Casey. It was like a circus play, but it worked. So
A little hucky
there,
chuck at football.
yeah, playground football, really.
I love it. Have you found a leadership position on this team? It feels like there's a lot of eyes looking at you, not only in the stands but on that team. What leadership position have you found yourself, into, and what role does that come with it?
I think really just how I go, they go. I think if you come out and you lay the first hit, that it's a big starter for the team. So I think honestly, going out there and get that first big hit, it really gets the team going. So
Are there pressures? I mean, if you're sitting there as a junior, does it come with pressure? Do you feel yourself putting some weight on your own shoulders, or the community? I mean, where does that pressure come from?
There's a little bit of pressure, but I don't really like to think of it as like that. I think of it more as like I'm blessed to be in this position, make the most of it. You know, put a show on for everyone. So I think of it more as that type of way, not more of, you know, I've got all this pressure on me. I don't want to crack. I don't want to buckle. I mean, I don't want to crack or buckle, but I don't like to think of it as like that. I like to think just, you know, go out there, have fun with all my friends, and perform to the best of my ability.
Drew, you're a kid. I shouldn't say kid. You're a growing man that has had to deal with adversity in the classroom. You've dealt with adversity, you know, in your life in general. I know your mom hit very close to home. One conversation we had with ADHD and some of the things that you've had to go through and kind of obstacles you've had to jump over. For those who are battling with that, and it's not something that's an open topic to this day, what advice would you give people for that, and you know how to kind of use it to your benefit?
I feel like for me, I think it's a lot better because it gives me more energy, I guess you could say, instead of being like super flat. But I mean, I use it to the best of my ability. I think honestly for me, it's a blessing to be able to have it. Honestly, you know, other people think of it as a curse, but to me, I think I use it as more of a blessing. I feel like I'm able to, you know, obsess over things more and you know really put my mind to things and go out and get it. So I think it's a great thing for me.
For those youngsters that are out there watching you, what advice would you give them? I mean, if they're coming up to you for autographs after the game, which I'm sure they either have or soon will, what advice and what does it feel like to have that kind of you know happen to you?
Again, it's a blessing to have. You know, I've been put in this position to where, you know, a lot of the younger kids, they look up to me, and you know, whenever people ask me like what to do or like how to be in this position, I say like, you know, just always work your tail off. You know, even when people aren't watching, that's when the real work comes in, and you know, doing stuff that people don't see. It's a massive thing. You know, late nights, working out hard. You know, just certain things like that. You know, it makes the world's difference.
For you, when you were in their shoes, those youngsters, you're looking at the field and watching basketball, football. Were there any McDonald Blue Devils that stood out to you that you wanted to be in their shoes one day?
I hate to say this. I hate to say this because he's one of our coaches, but watching Josh Selly, he you know I had my eye on him. I really looked up to him. You know, Dominic Shadle, he's another big one. And then on the basketball side, you know, obviously Zach Brazil, Jake Portalese, you know, guys like that. And then even my neighbor, like my eighth grade year, it hit me. Matthias Tayala, I just look up to him and everything that he did. I just want to do the same, but even better. So it's always a competition, I think.
Were there any guys that saw you come in freshman year and kind of put you under their wing and said, "This is how we do things here at McDonald"?
Greg Constantino, he did. Uh, we were really close, and he put me under his wing, and Danny Gray too. Danny Gray and Kyle Crown, they were big staples in my life. I guess you could say my freshman year. You know, really just taking me under their wing and showing me how to do certain things. It was great to have them.
Now I know you're just a junior, but are there guys, you know, freshmen or eighth graders that you've got your eye on that you want to pass the torch on to?
Josh Crumpack, without a doubt, I want to pass the torch on to Josh Crumpack, Carter Coma, Caden Davis, just all the young guys, Tyler Nalbach, Quinn Schmidt, a lot of those younger guys, they have a lot of, you know, uh, they have a bright future ahead of them, and I want to be able to pass that on to them.
What will be the first thing you tell them? What's the golden rule in McDonald?
Work hard and be selfless.
I love it. Short and sweet, baby. I love it. That's
Hmm.
beautiful. Speaking of working hard and being selfless, I know that your family very special to you, very important to you. Um, in your own words, what do they mean to you and why?
They're literally my everything. They're my rock. They're always there to support me. You know, I remember my freshman year coming home at times and just wanting to quit literally everything. I felt like there was way too much pressure on me, and you know, to be able to come home and lean on them, it was unspeakable. I loved every single second of it. You know, I love them to death. I'll do anything for them. They're again, they're my rock. I'll do anything for them just to see them smile. So definitely, I'm very blessed to have them.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Last question for you. There's a lot of comps out there, comparisons to a high school and a pro player, a high school and a college player. If you were to compare yourself to any high school, or excuse me, any college or pro player, who would it be and why?
I never really looked at it like this. You might have stumped me with this one, DJ. I don't
I'm
really know.
sorry, man. Well, the
Uh,
hair, it's got to be sunshine down in Jacksonville for sure. But
yeah,
other than
without a
that,
doubt. Now that I'm not a quarterback though, I don't know. I get a lot of comparisons. AJ Hawk, when he used to be in college at Ohio State, I used to get that comparison a lot. I don't know. Comparison wise, oh, I feel like I can go like more TJ Watt on like defense because I'm obviously like big, but like I'm a lot more quick and more agile. You know what I mean? I guess you could
speed,
say
baby,
that. Yeah,
speed. First off, AJ Hawk and TJ Watt, those are pretty good comps for you, buddy.
yeah,
And it just tells me that you love hitting people. So running
yeah.
through people's faces, I think that was the term you used.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean that in a more humble way, but
yeah, yeah,
I like to I put it in the back of my brain like that. Like if you just
sure.
hit someone, they're just not gonna like really want it. So
Yeah, because when you talk about running through people's faces, there's a lot of humility in that
yeah,
statement. Drew,
yeah.
I
I mean it
appreciate
in
you,
a
buddy.
humble way. I mean it in a humble way, but
I know, buddy. It was awesome. Great terminology. Great sitting down with you. Can't wait to do it again
mhm.
for hoops. Best of luck this season for you and the Blue Devils, and we will certainly see you around, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, DJ.
You got it, buddy.